news today as it relates to Aaron Rodgers. It kind of comes from this whole idea of whether or not he's going to remain a Green Bay Packer. And I thought there were some fascinating takes that came out of this conversation as it relates to his future in Green Bay. First of all, he, like Tom Brady, who we heard last night on the show, swearing at Jim Gray, doesn't seem to still really have an indication as to whether or not he's going to play. I think it's far more likely. I think both of them play next year, but I think it's far more likely if one is to play and not the other. I think Aaron Rodgers will play and Tom Brady won't. Because I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have the first pick in terms of where he potentially goes. A lot of the quarterback openings that exist where you have a chance to actually win something, they're all in the AFC. All the openings are in the AFC right now. So, for Aaron Rodgers, there's a lot of opportunities to go different places. And quite honestly, what he doesn't get, Tom Brady might get, or what Tom Brady gets, Aaron Rodgers may not get. I think both of them are going to wind up in situations where they have a chance to win next year. Because I think there's two potential openings in this offseason that make sense for both of them. One is the Jets for Aaron Rodgers, and the other is Las Vegas with Tom Brady. And I think both of those spots make sense for those guys. And, Aaron Rodgers on the Pat McAfee show, one of the biggest hangups I've heard whenever I hear, NFL talking heads, people far smarter than me, capologists, former GMs, whenever they talk about the problems involved with getting Aaron Rodgers out of Green Bay and onto another team, it's the cap hit. Or it's the salary. He's going to make 60, and this is an earth-shattering number. He's going to make almost $60 million next year. Aaron Rodgers is going to make almost $60 million next year. And that's a huge problem for a lot of teams when it comes to the salary cap, or just wanting to pay a quarterback that much money that's 40 years old. So it's problematic for a lot of teams. It's problematic for even the Packers. Because when you start talking about, all right, upgrades we can make to this team if we keep Aaron Rodgers, even Aaron Rodgers is acknowledging, I'm making too much money. So if he's already thinking in his head about the idea of how to rearrange his contract so that it allows him to be more cap friendly, whether it's staying with the Packers or going elsewhere, if he's already in the frame of mind where he's thinking about that, then you and I both know Aaron Rodgers is going to play next year. It's just a question of where. Whether he decides it's Green Bay or not, and whether Green Bay decides that he should stay in Green Bay. And Aaron keeps mentioning that in these interviews with Pat McAfee. He keeps mentioning this idea that Green Bay may not want him back. And again, if you listen to Adam Schefter this weekend, I don't care what Gary Kuntanus says in his postseason press conferences, his after-season revisiting of the season. I don't care what Matt LaFleur says. They're all going to say the right thing in the moment about wanting Aaron Rodgers back. But if, as an organization, as they do the post-mortem on this season, as they do that post-mortem, if they figure out they can't win a Super Bowl with him next year, there's no point in hanging on to him. And then, all these things come down to, how much animosity there is. Is it an ugly breakup? Is it a clean breakup? Because like Lamar Jackson, who has choices when it comes to how he handles the contract standoff between he and the Ravens, Aaron Rodgers has choices too. Aaron Rodgers, even if the Packers want to get rid of him, Aaron Rodgers could say, to borrow a phrase from Goodfellas, F you, pay me. That's it. You're going to pay me $60 million and I'm going to sit on the bench. If you want to start Jordan Love, go ahead. But I'm not leaving. And he's got sway. He's got pull with regard to where he goes if he gets traded. Now, he said today that if he were to leave, he would hope, quote, there would be a little gratitude. Basically saying, hopefully the Packers would see fit to help me get to the destination of my choice if they don't want me. Well, I hope Aaron Rodgers will behave the same way if the Packers indeed say, we don't want you here. We're going to go with Jordan Love next year. I hope Aaron Rodgers will show them some gratitude for all the years and all the employment and all the money that he's made, the Super Bowl that he won, which he didn't do alone, because he's got the ability to say to them, you know what? I'm good. I'm just going to stay here. I don't want to go anywhere else. I want my $60 million. I mean, he could completely sabotage that organization if he wants to from a cap perspective. And he's going to have the opportunity to do so. We'll see if he does. 1-800-224-2004 is the telephone number. 800-224-2004. You want to tweet at the show? Go ahead and do it. At the back page. Again, on Twitter. At the back page if you want to reach out to me. We'll try to get the video issue sorted out during the first commercial break of the show. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes. Because I know you guys are not seeing me the way you used to, and you're not hearing me the way you usually do. So we'll try and get that sorted out during the break. NBA live betting. Oh, don't worry. We're all over it, as always. Yep. The TNT doubleheader tonight. A great... And you know it. Every single time, these doubleheaders on TNT, the first game is great and the second game is hot garbage. Tonight, no exception. Celtics and the Heat, great game. Heat come from behind in the fourth quarter, get a win. Second game, Clippers and Lakers. Will we be so lucky to get a good Clippers-Lakers game? The battle for Los Angeles.
What's up, Einstein?
I can only hope.
Has gone kaput. You tried to save Alaska.
We'll see what happens. 1-800-224-2004. 800-224-2004. We'll check in on that game. We'll give you all the live betting information. Bob Nightengale coming up in about 20 minutes from USA Today to talk baseball, Hall of Fame vote. We'll get into that on the other side as well. Stick around. We got more to do. I'm Jason Page. It's the Cash In on SportsMap Radio. All right, I got to try and fix this. What the hell is going on? There we go. All right, now it's working. So strange. No, it was worse than that. It was, I had, like, literally... No, my regular video thing wasn't working. So I was working off of my laptop camera, which is garbage. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, please. Thank you. Yeah, because I just closed it up and redid it. Actually, I'm going to do it one more time. Sorry.